Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. Today we're going to continue the Best of Detailing series where we cover best of detailing products and tools. And this is my top 5. And I always need to repeat that my top 5 may not be yours and it may not be in the order you would have it. But I would like to have your input down in the comments section. If you don't see one up here and I don't talk about one or mention it, please mention your favorite down in the comments section so we can look into it and perhaps enjoy it ourselves. There's no wrong answer here. I'm just giving you the top 5 that work best in my environment, which is the Northeast Pennsylvania, and in my environment, and puts a smile on my customer's face. I need to get a couple things out of the way first when it comes to wheel coatings. Number 1, I'm going to give you the honorable mention before we even start. The honorable mention for any wheel coating is going to be the same coating you use to coat the rest of the car. If you have any leftover from coating the paint, go ahead and just use it on the wheels because it's not going to be that much different than dedicated wheel coatings. Slight differences for these coatings, and they are said to be able to have a higher temperature and abrasion threshold. But for the most part, what I see on vehicles coming back, when I coat the wheels with the same coating that's on, that I use to coat the car and the rest of the vehicle, the wheels coming back last just as long as a dedicated wheel cleaner. I hope that makes sense. That said, a lot of these wheel cleaners do boast to last a year or two. You're not going to get the same type of durability that you would get on the body of the vehicle. 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. You're going to get about 1 to 2, and that's if you're lucky, and that's if you maintain it very well. On average, realistically, a wheel coating is going to be about 6 to 12 months. And that's because of the obvious, the wheel's closest to the roadway and gets a beating. Temperatures spike up and down. You have hot ferrous metals flying around everywhere. You have brake dust, one of the most abrasive materials to come in contact with the surface, any surface of your vehicle. So it's just obvious and common sense that they're going to break down first, and they do. They don't last as long as the protection on your body. So I needed to get that out of the way as well. And then another thing I wanted to get out of the way is the way you can maintain it. I want to give you the way that I maintain wheels. It's quick and easy. First of all, washing them. I use the same shampoo that I use on the body and the coating on the body that I do for the wheels after they're protected. No need for harsh wheel cleaners after it's coated. You don't need it. They just break down the coating quicker, and that's one of the reasons that wheel coatings don't last as long. Just wash your wheels with the same shampoo that you use to wash the vehicle. Just wash the vehicle first, and then dump some of that in your wheel bucket, and that's what you use. And then maintain it properly with a topper. For me, it's always going to be Geon Wet Coat. We go through gallons of this stuff for wheels, especially the wheels with the intricate wheel designs like BBS wheels or anything that's like that. Use Geon Wet Coat to maintain them every time you wash it, and even have your customer look into this as well, maybe just a 16-ounce bottle. Every wash or every couple washes, when he rinses, hit it with this to maintain that wheel coating and get more life out of it, because they're not cheap. All right, with that all out of the way, let's get to my top 5. Getting started, I need to remind you that my list is always a mix of consumer, boutique, professional products, and everything in between, so it gives you a nice range of products. My first one is from a product line that I've been using for years and years. So my number 5 is going to be Angel Wax Enigma Legacy Wheel and Caliper. Now this is a ceramic base coating with titanium oxide. Angel Wax likes to put titanium in some of their coatings, and the gloss you get from titanium in coatings is just sharp. It's a sharp contrast. It's not like the dripping wet look from a wax. like on the other end of the scale, that type of gloss times 10. And it does hold up well. You're looking at about 9 months to a year, and that's with proper care. Now that's in my area. It may, you know, if you live in a dry climate, you may get these to last a year or two or more, like they advertise, but you're not gonna get that in my area. I could tell you that right now. When it comes to price, I have to revert to my notes. This gets a little pricey. For a 30 mil size, this is a 50 that I showed you, $109.99 for a 30 mil size, $84.99. You need to prep the wheel. I don't care if it's brand new out of the box or on a 200,000 mile car. If you're going to coat the wheel, prep it just like you would painted surfaces. Wash it, decon it. If you could polish it, it's hard, I know, on some wheels, but even if you got to do it by hand with a cleaner polish, it's going to accept that coating. That coating will have something to grab onto, a nice clean surface, and will help you get the most out of your wheel coating. So my number 5 is going to be the Angel Wax Enigma wheel and caliper coating. That'll go over here. Again, when you need to maintain it, wash it with the same shampoo you wash the rest of your car. And then grab something like Geon Wet Coat, which is a spray and rinse protectant, has a little SiO2. There's so many out there nowadays, you could pick any you want. Some are polymer-based, wax-based, SiO2, graphene-based, who cares? Just grab one and it'll help you with your experience. Hit that every time you're done washing your wheel. I spray it on and immediately rinse from the bottom up and then back down again. And it spreads everything out nicely and your wheel is 100% and ready to go. Okay, my number 4 is the G-Technique C5 Wheel Armor, as shown right here. Now this coating here, I've never been able to find out exactly what is in it. However, what's unique about it is the bond that it has with the surface that you put it on, the wheel that you put it on, any type of wheel at all, or trim, any type of wheel caliper or trim that is that same material, you can use this to protect. And let me revert to the notes. They call it surface rheology, and that is the meaning the coating flows and levels extremely thinly and evenly. The chemical bond mechanism within this coating makes the coating become part of the wheel, not just something you put on top of it. I hope that makes sense, but that's how I get what they described to me. When it comes to price, you're looking at a 15 mil size for 30 mil size for 45 to 60, depending on where you look. And one other note for this, temperature-wise, these wheel coatings can hold up to heat spikes anywhere from 600 degrees to 1,200 degrees. And as you get towards 1,000 degrees or higher, that's going to be your contractor, your industrial heavy vehicles, and also track vehicles. So if you track your car and you're dumping on those brakes and you see everything glowing in there, you know that's well over the 1,000 degree mark, and that's where you need a track grade coating. This one boasts that it can put up with that type of abuse. Again, that's the C5 Wheel Armor from G-Technique. That is my number 4. Moving right along, my number 3 already, and my number 3 is CarPro Deluxe. That is a wheel coating, and what's unique about this one, let me come up and show it to you first. Again, CarPro Deluxe. What's unique about this one is it advertises for you to use it on plastic trim, that it restores and protects plastic trim as well. So, you know, you have a 2-for-1 there. It can do plastic trim, it can do wheels, calipers, and any material that falls in the line of trim and wheels and calipers. So also what's unique about this is the concentration of silica. I have to revert to my notes. Key ingredients, more than 50% pure silica. And this is another one where the carrier and the resins within when you put it on the wheel, it becomes part of the wheel, not just something you layer on top. The last two that I did, the G-Technique and the CarPro, both boast of that characteristic. In terms of application, it needs to be prepped properly, wash, decon, clean the wheel, polish. Even if you can use a cleaner polish and do it by hand, that'll prep the surface and you'll get the most out of it. Price-wise, 30 mil for $39.99. Got 100 mil size for $119, so this is priced very well. It does claim to restore plastic trim, as I mentioned, faded plastics. So clean the oxidation off, it's going to be faded. This will bring it back to life, make it darker and richer, and protect it at the same time. So you have wheel and you have plastic trim. This is my number 3, very good stuff. All right, my number 2 is sort of a boutique product. I absolutely love it. I love the experience of working with Kamicazi, the Kamicazi brand. And it would probably be my number 1 if it wouldn't be for the price. But any wheel that I put Kamicazi on, it comes back lasting the longest on some of my track guys' vehicles. So if it wouldn't be for the price, it might be my number 1. My number 1 also really holds out well too when it comes to extreme heat and abuse, but I definitely could not put this number 1 for the prices. It's more like an enthusiast kind of boutique type of product. Again, this is the Kamicazi Stance Rim Coat. Now, they're up to version number 4 already. The earlier versions had a little bit of graphene. Graphene's a buzzword, really doesn't do shit for any type of coating. It may help a little bit with hydrophobics and maybe a little bit with glossiness, but for the most part, all it does is make it look like you have dirty water in your bottle. I have my love for the Kamicazi coatings. They use polysilazane, and you know how I love polysilazane. My first 2 contain polysilazane. So Geon and Kamicazi like to use polysilazane, amongst other things, but a fluorinated polysilazane. Fluorinated means hydrophobic and repels water and oil, and then polysilazane has a higher temperature and abrasion threshold than most coatings out there. Other notes, application process, that prep. The prep you put into it is what you're going to get out of the coating and its lifespan. And a 30 ml bottle should be able to do easily any size 4 set of rims, any type of rim. You know, the caveat, $149 for, you know, this container. So that is my first set here. Number 5 through number 2. My number 1 is coming right up. My number 1 is going to be another Geon product, and that is Geon Q2 Rim, and that is an Evo derivative. And now I don't know exactly what's in the formula. I can pass on to you what I have been explained. It is a low volatile content silicon technology, siloxane polymers, and heat resistant additives that condense rapidly to form a fully crystallized SiO2 coating. I have this number 1 solely because of the experience I have using it and the cars coming back with it on. It lasts the longest period. That's the only thing that's important to me, how it lasts on a wheel. With those temperature spikes, it being right next to the roadway, getting all that garbage splashed up onto it, brake dust, ferrous metals. When it comes to price, 30 ml bottle for between $50 and $60, and it can put up with the temperatures of 800 degrees Celsius. So that is my number 1 Geon Q2 rim. So to sum up the rim coatings, I want to tell you the best value is going to be G-Technique and CarPro, and the best durability is going to come from your Geon and Kamicazi coatings. I hope that helps. I would love to know your favorite down in the comment section. What do you think of the list that I have here? And what else do you want me to add to this series, the best of detailing products, or top 5? This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. If the videos were entertaining or help you in any way, by the way, I backed up the camera so I can get my sleeping partner in crime here, the freight shop manager. She's having a dream. Sometimes she gets the paws going while she's sleeping and dreaming. She must be dreaming of chasing after something. But anyway, if the videos help, thumbs up, hit the notification bell, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Become part of the family. We'd be happy to have you. And share the videos. That helps the channel grow. Share it to groups and forums and whatever you can think of. If the channel grows, so can the content and everything else. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.